Welcome to the New Money Fight Club. This is Steve. I'm here at Legends Boxing Gym in San Jose, and we're going to be doing some interviews tonight for the upcoming War in the Bay 4. I'm sitting here with John Avalos. How you doing, my friend?
Good. Ready.
Yeah, ready?
Yep.
Man, he's chomping at the bit. So, John, we got to talking a little bit beforehand. Really admire this guy right out the gate. He told me he's 35 years old. This is going to be his third time stepping in the ring.
Yep.
Right? Still an amateur fighter, right?
Yeah.
Any aspirations to go pro or anything like that?
Not yet. So these events really kind of give me that itch I've been wanting to scratch, So I'm the one that reached out to Andy and seeing if I could, if he has a slot for me. And, he kind of graciously got me some fights and got me a fighter and, gave me the motivation to kind of get back in the gym and train again.
That's very inspiring for anybody watching because, a lot of people think boxing, MMA, it might be a young man's game. And not that you're an old guy or anything like that, but 35, a lot of times a lot of fighters are already been in the game for quite a while, but that didn't deter you. And I like to see that you're still getting in there, still trying to compete. I competed when I was 44 years old.
Nice.
So, it's never too late. And so you're treating it, I assume, like a pro fight. You're in camp, right?
I'm in camp. I'm training. My son's coaching me. He has me running in the morning. We're in the track this morning. We're training. We're eating right. So it's like if I'm not going to go pro, this is real big for me. So I'm training it like a, pro championship fight.
You got to take it serious.
Yeah. 100%.
Well, your opponent's training.
Yeah. Someone's in there trying to take my head off. So
That's right.
No matter what. So I got to be ready.
So your son, you say, is in your corner. How old's your son?
14.
All right.
Yeah.
Does he compete? Is he a boxer himself?
He's more of a football guy, but I don't know. I can't really see him get hit too much. But he trains. He's been training since he was a kid, but he's more into football, basketball.
Yeah. Well, it's awesome. He gets to see his father go through a camp and then actually step in the ring. And he's been seeing you compete 2 other times before.
Yeah. He's been around fighting his whole life, pretty much.
That's good. It's really inspiring for a young man to see their dad do that, especially again, 35 years old. Recovery time takes a little longer, right? It's definitely, it's not like you're 21 and
I could definitely feel the difference when I was a kid.
But good for you. So, what do you have to do a little differently, being 35? You more for recovery, different diet.
Yeah, they say train smarter, not harder.
Correct.
So, diet's probably the biggest thing. So I had to switch everything up. No McDonald's, no pizza nights. No family movie pizza nights. So, we're just eating maybe 1-2 meals a day, green shakes, all that stuff. But I was able to make that transition with my son, so he's learning as I'm learning with it too. Yeah.
So you're a 185 fighter, right?
185 fighter. This fight's at 190. So
you're walking around?
I'm walking around 200 maybe.
Okay, so you don't have to cut too much weight. Now you don't train here at Legends, right?
I train at Milpia's Boxing Gym.
Yeah, great gym.
They had the past events there last 2. So it's nice that this event's kind of expanding. So bigger facilities. So I like to see how it's going to grow in the future, and I can already see myself fighting in more events.
I love it. You're already thinking onto the next.
I'm not overlooking this guy, but I definitely want to continue this.
So you had an opponent lined up for a while, and then just recently we found out he had to withdraw, and they found another one for you just today, right?
Yeah. So it gives me a taste to what professional fighters and promoters like what Andy's going through. They have to, kind of in fighting, you got to roll with the punches.
Yeah.
And so luckily they found me another guy. He's, my level, good. So hard hitter. So we had to adjust the whole camp because he's a different kind of fighter. So we're making the adjustments now. Luckily we have a few more weeks, and it's not like the day before the fight.
Yeah.
Right. So we're making the adjustments, but still in there fighting. So.
And that's what we like to see with a martial artist. It's not, you don't really get to pick and choose, right? You gotta be game to go anybody, anytime.
Yeah.
What about this opponent's a little different than the original one you had been preparing for?
The original guy was real wild, unpredictable. The guy I have now, he's I've seen a little bit of his style. He's a good boxer, short but real powerful. So I have to adjust to that. So it's a completely different fighter. So it's difficult trying to change everything because I've been so focused on this one guy. So, but we're making the adjustments to be able to compete with him.
If there's a pro fighter whose style you could compare yourself to, who would you say you fight? Who do you look like? What kind of looks are you going to be giving this guy?
Andre Ward.
André
probably,
Ward.
just because he's dynamic everywhere. So that's what I try to be.
Okay.
So whatever style, whatever fight comes to me, I try to change up my style, turn it into a system to adapt whenever I have to. Even in the fight, say he comes with a style, he changes it mid-fight, I have to be able to adapt to it. And I think Andre Ward is the best at that.
Yeah, amazing counter puncher,
Yeah,
right? So
time.
you've been watching a lot of André Ward fights for this one?
All the time, yeah. Once I got word I'm fighting, just Andre Ward all day.
So that's your big inspiration for
Yeah,
this one.
huge.
Was he your inspiration for your previous 2 fights too? Has he always been
Big time.
a role
yeah,
model?
Yeah, just because he's around here too.
Right,
So,
yeah.
so and seeing how he progressed through everything, and he gives me the motivation, and how hard he trains and all that. Yeah, he's one of my biggest inspirations in the sport.
Yeah, legend.
Yeah.
That's fantastic, man. All right, well, it's good to just check in with these guys who are going to be on this card. I really admire John, family man, 35. I assume you're working full time.
Yeah.
Training in camp, taking care of his kids, and he's put this priority to step into the ring and test himself, right? And just to get better. So,
can't wait.
John Avalos.
Awesome. Thank you
so much for the time. I'm really looking forward to it. So, February 4th. Do you know your opponent's name?
Joel Avalos, same last name.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I'm thinking loser has to change their last name. If he sees this. Yeah.
All right, Joel. So, Jonathan Avalos is going to be fighting Joel Avalos February 4th at War in the Bay 4 right here at Legends Boxing in San Jose. Thank you again. Good luck, brother, and we're
Thank
looking
you.
forward to seeing you. We'll talk to you after your win.
Definitely, yeah.
When you're the only Avalos gets his hand raised, right?
100%, yeah.
All right, thanks again,
All right,
bro.
no problem.
Good to see you.
All right.
We're out.